Good start. Good start. So why'd you get kicked out of a church?
Why'd I get kicked out of a church? All the groomsmen already got all their pictures taken, and then all the bridesmaids had to get their pictures taken after the wedding. And so everybody was gone. All the bridesmaids were getting their pictures taken outside, taking for fucking ever. And we had a party bus. So all the groomsmen decided to start drinking beers in the party bus. And then the lady that was like in charge of looking over the church started locking everybody out. And then the bridesmaids asked the groomsmen if they could go like wait in the lobby so that they wouldn't lock the last door because we still had a bunch of stuff in there. So we all walked in, all the groomsmen walked in with beers into the lobby. And then I loudly exclaimed, "Dude, somebody take a picture of me drinking a beer on the altar." And I didn't realize that the lady that was taking care of the church was like in the next room. And she's like, "I don't like there being beer in my church." I said, "Oh yeah, why not? Because I can see some wine right there." And then, yeah, she kicked me out.
Yeah, beer's not the blood of God. They're not bottling
Jesus would be a lot cooler if it was.
The most shocking takeaway from this is that you have friends.
I have more friends than all of you besides
And friends
maybe.
that would invite you to the wedding.
Right.
Yeah, I was a groomsman.
It's shocking.
Mistakes.
That is
Mistakes were
shocking.
made.
Who was this guy's wedding?
Doesn't matter.
So if you were a groomsman, so you weren't able to be a part of this wedding?
I was a part of the wedding.
Oh, you said you got kicked out of the...
No, I got kicked out after like the wedding ceremony.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad to hear you didn't ruin.
Yeah, the best
this
man
guy's
apparently got COVID, so
wedding.
he wasn't there.
Oh, the best man. You weren't the best man.
No.
No, he's not the best man. Or a
Yeah,
best
whoever
man.
invites me to be the best man for their wedding is a fucking idiot.
Don't start your podcast with that story.
Right?
Why not?
I'm just kidding. Look, it was hilarious. It was good.
That was a good story.
I'm not a storyteller. Okay? Sorry.
Or a joke teller, but
Then why are all you guys looking at me waiting for me to leave?
I don't know. Who's driving this thing?
nobody drives this thing.
No one.
No,
We just get drunk and shit talk.
but I'm not drunk today, so.
Well, what do you guys want to talk about?
That's a terrible thing to talk about.
Well, look. You told a story. I'll tell a story.
Yes,
So
tell me a
Go for
story.
it.
This is a true story. This happened after the roast battle. That
Real
was
quick.
What's up?
This is a pet peeve of mine when comedians are on stage and say, "This is a true story," because then you just give the illusion that nothing else that comes out of your mouth is true, and you're breaking the fourth wall.
Well, I'm not on a comic stage right now.
I think there's places for that.
He's in a living room.
This
We're
doesn't
all
look,
good.
this doesn't look too livable.
So I'm letting you
Go
know.
for it, Trent. Go for it.
I'm just letting you know I'm not joking. It's true.
I know you're not joking.
All right. So this was after a great Looney's roast at who was it? It was Ryan. Ryan won it. Oh yeah, he destroyed Taheem, and the dude came up and flicked him off at the end. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
hilarious. So we all go to Havana Grill afterwards, like me, Dad, Brian Sullivan, Corey, a few of my friends, Joe Cruz. These are all comics that I'm listing.
Yeah.
But so we get to the dance floor and, you know, there's this guy on the dance floor and he is moving, white dude. And not that I'm saying white people can't dance. Because you
I
can.
can't.
Even though you've said that.
Justin Bieber can dance. So that covers all you guys. Anyway.
Rude. That's the most rude thing I've ever heard.
But anyway, he's just killing it. And he's not like, he's on the dance floor, but he's like for 2 hours, he's not stopping. But I feel like I have to give context to the story is, I mean, this guy, he had Down syndrome, right?
Did you feel challenged?
What a beautiful selection of words.
But it was insane because he was not stopping. And I mean, he wasn't just like, no. He was out there, you know, with the rolls, the song. I don't know if y'all know that one. And you got to do the little stare down and move your hips. Jump on it. Jump on.
I know, jump on it.
Jump on it.
Jump on.
Yes,
Jump on.
I even challenged him, and we locked eyes, and he was doing the worm crazy. But the crazy thing about this night was, I know everybody, we're comics, and we just couldn't help ourselves. But people were, I swear, everybody's phones were out recording this dude. I'm like, oh, we're all going to hell, right? The next day, I'm checking in like, yo, I checked my video and I must have thought I was recording, but I must have turned it off. You just see it, you kind of see him and then it goes to my foot. Everybody had like, oh, dude, I didn't record it. It was as if the universe was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
You're not going to fucking record this, dude. No, and it somehow
He
nobody
finally
recorded
had a
this.
beautiful moment in his life, and you're not going to ruin it. Yeah,
We
that's
didn't
fair.
ruin it.
That's fair.
Well, you're also not going to remember it either because he's probably going to go home to all his tard friends and be like, I had such a good night. And then they're like, oh, yeah, pics or it didn't happen.
No, you see, this is where I was going to know. This is where I was
No
going
one believes him.
It was a metaphor for even this comedy thing as how I see it. I'm a newbie. I'm a snot nose, still wet,
Yeah, me too.
behind the ears.
Same.
But to me, it was like, man, I'm sure people were cracking jokes, but he wasn't letting none of that shit stop whatever he was doing and all the judgment and all of that shit. And
So you're saying you need to be more retarded.
It's a metaphor for open mics.
Yeah.
Is what we're trying to say
Yeah,
here, guys.
you're what you're saying is that your spirit animal is this
Correct.
fucking Asperger's
Correct.
kid on the dance
No.
floor.
Well, the way you said it, it seems wrong, but no, this guy is definitely my spirit animal as it comes to comedy.
What, because I
But
said
that's my story.
Asperger's instead of retard?
Well, it's the way you pronounce. I don't know, man.
It's just how I talk.
Threw some hate on it.
So,
There's no hate.
He's from Pennsylvania. It all makes sense.
that was my story, and he's my spirit.
Yeah,
animal.
you tell a story, Jesse.
I don't have stories.
I know.
I don't have any stories. I drink and hate myself the next day. I do it over again.
That's weird because you're sober right now.
God, I know. What
He's
mistakes.
really annoying.
So Tracy, how do you know these two guys? How did they trick you to get here?
I don't even know how I'm friends with Luke. I don't know how it makes sense, other than he's unemployed right now, and when I get drunk in my garage, he's available.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's literally it. Yeah. He's convinced a bunch of open micers that I'm his mother.
A lot.
And I do love it.
That's
I think
hilarious.
It's hilarious.
Like they take you like serious?
Yeah, they think
They
I'm serious.
he'll be like, yeah, she's my mom.
I
and they're like,
convinced-
oh my God, like she must have had you. He's like, yeah, it's a sordid tale.
Yeah, she was like 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sordid.
She was a whore when she was young. Believe
and
me.
it's funny. I don't correct it. I'm just like, yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I think it's hilarious.
Tell him he's funny. It
not
helps
that
his
old.
self-esteem.
That's why I'm glad I'm not wearing headphones too.
Yeah, because then you'd have to hear that more.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well,
Increase the
it's
burp
good.
counter.
It's good with 3. Like if everybody had headphones, fine. But Jesse's too cheap to buy another pair of
I have
headphones.
a pair. I just lost my adapter.
Yeah, you're too cheap to buy an adapter. So like it's good, but also like if everybody's not wearing them, then yeah,
That's true.
it just sounds weird.
It's just I like it.
I mean,
like
this
how it
sounds fine.
It's natural.
Yeah, he's not used to talking to people like in person.
Tell me how the new how's the roommates working? Because you guys
Dude,
live in like
it
a
is-
comedy
Party
house.
house.
Yeah, that's
The
interesting.
shit.
Okay.
It is so fun.
Has John Brown threatened your life yet?
He hasn't.
It's coming.
He hasn't.
It's
but,
coming.
But he got sick, so now he's just like he doesn't have COVID or whatever the fuck it is. Because he had some mobile like test group come out and test him. He doesn't have it. But he like walked upstairs today wearing a fucking mask. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't want to get you guys sick. I was like, I don't care if I get sick.
You know, everyone talks shit that he's like a dick. He's not a dick. He's like the sweetest human
Yeah,
on
I
earth.
know.
He just knows how to write and he's aggressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there is like a fine line. There's a difference.
Yeah, but no. So I have allegedly I have a jailbroken Fire Stick, so I can allegedly watch any movie I want. We just like throw on stupid movies at night at like 1 a.m, and then just from the moment fucking Jason Alexander wakes up, and he pissed me off in record time this morning. I was having such a good day. Woke up, made myself coffee, made myself breakfast, laid down on the couch. I heard there was roommates tussling about. It's like, oh, someone's gonna come out and I'm gonna be able to talk to them. And I told Jason that I'm going to a job interview tomorrow. He's like, oh, what's your dream job? Pissed me off immediately. He's like,
Planet
I don't
Granite."
want a fucking job. I don't want a fucking job. What are you talking about? It's like, Jesus Christ. He's like, oh, there's nothing you'd like to do? I was like, no.
I mean, comedy.
That's what he's like, well, you should have said that. He's like, fuck you, dude.
Hey, man,
you just pissed me off immediately.
don't kill his spirit, man. He's so young and full of youth, man.
So his 21st is this Friday.
Yeah,
He's going to be
not-
broken.
He's gonna be
Forgetting
broken.
he's not over.
Yeah, no, I was assuming he's
Age
21 as well.
21.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because he was allegedly drinking very heavily on the last podcast.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That was apple juice.
Is he the one that got the DUI?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't know
Ladies
nothing
and
about
gentlemen,
that.
it was Marshall Baker who got the DUI on the last podcast.
There we go.
I got a DUI leaving here.
He ruined his life to be on our podcast.
Jesus,
We told him not
Christ.
to. We tried.
Yeah.
Yo,
I haven't made a bed.
that is so funny about, I lived in, now I'm from here, grew up here, but then I
Lived
to go live in Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
there for like 8 or 9 years. I didn't have a car in Seattle. Like there was no need, the public transportation, very normal. You take the bus, take the light rail, it's all normal. So hearing people get DUIs, I'm like, it's so foreign. I'm like, really? What is that? I was like, I didn't even know what a DUI was in Seattle because I'm so used to getting as
Yeah.
fucked up as you want.
Right.
And
Yeah,
you
the
just
public
jump on
transit's
the-
Yeah.
garbage out here.
Light
Well,
rail, you get
fucking,
home.
like, I guess Jason hit his keys on
A
that
shelf. Great spot, Jason.
Yeah, good spot, Jason. Good job, almost 21-year-old. And then, like, we were, like, it was fine. We convinced him to stay here for a while. And then he fucking, they were like...
Oh, yeah, he snuck out and sent me a video.
The three of them were, like, wrestling and shit.
Oh, they beat the
being
shit out of
drunk
me.
retards. They beat the shit out of him because he's
I don't
old.
play none of that drunk activity.
Yeah. Neither did I.
My ribs were hurting for like a month.
Yeah. I was like, no,
Yeah, I'll pass next time. I learned my
It's
lesson.
like, you don't ski? It's like, no, I don't ski. I'll break a fucking leg and I gotta pay bills.
And this is Jason. Or Marshall.
I wrestled Jason and Marshall, and they both fucked me up.
Yeah, but fucking, me and him went to go make a fire. Marshall disappears, and we just get a video message or like a video. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta fucking drive home. I'm in so
Christ.
much pain from wrestling.
I got to work in the morning, something like that.
So
Fucked
do-
up those plans.
So do we all know what kind of drunks we are?
What do you
Tracy,
mean?
what kind of drunk are you? Like, there's mean drunk.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I go through the range of emotions. Normally,
Yes,
I'm,
you do.
Yeah.
like happy go lucky, and then I just turn into a fucking dickhead, like joking around. But like, you guys know me, so I can like just trash you guys, and it's fine. I'll start trashing random people at the bar, which is not cool. But I'm like, oh, I'm just joking. But normally they're laughing with me, and they start talking shit back to me, and then I fucking cross the bridge where I'm like the saddest drunk of all time until
Yeah.
I pass out.
That's me. I'm like an oversharing drunk. Like there is like a limit where like I'm super fun and we're gonna hang out, and there's like a moment where I'm like, "Do you guys want to hear about how my dad died?" Like, you know what I mean?
No, we're having fun.
I know, and I'm like, no. We have to talk about it right now. In
forced the subject
excruciating
on him.
detail. Absolutely, yeah.
So we're going to start back when I was 12.
Go back to the point
So
of
what
trauma.
kind of drunk are you? Because you don't really drink that much anymore. Because you said you got all the party days out of you.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get all my party days out of me. I was in the military way back when, so yeah, I wanted to.
And if anyone knows anything about the military, it's all fun.
Dude, I was in the military too, and I still drink every single day of my life. Like, what are you talking about?
got
Party
into-
days? We're not partying. We're coping.
Yo. Yeah, it's true. No, I don't know. I like to. I get into trouble when I get drunk. So like, I don't like to.
What kind of trouble?
Like, do you steal
But
stuff?
also,
So-
let's preface this
no.
because
I used to be a Steve.
You
I
guys,
talk-
like
Me too.
you say that you still drink and you're in the military. You say you don't drink, yada yada. You got the party days out of you. Like, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah, just to preface this.
I turn 35 next.
We
week.
all should have guessed first.
You're fucking 11 years older than me.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought you were like 28.
And I'm 36.
a lot of wisdom right here.
Right here. I have so much to share. I have so much to offer.
I got to write her eulogy next week. Chris asked me to.
Yes.
Won't be long now.
Fair.
What's the thing with your sunglasses? I've never seen you do a podcast without them.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like them.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like them. Because I'm also always drunk on my podcast. So I just
okay.
think
Yeah,
that's right.
us too.
That's usually our thing, yeah.
Yeah. Johnny and I will
Usually
share
what-
sunglasses.
Usually when he's sober on the podcast, it tanks. But this is the first one I don't know, I'm kind of buzzed.
Yeah.
But
Hey, shout out Johnny Bratsfiend one time.
Fuck Johnny
Yeah,
Brad.
fuck Johnny Bradsfield. He's a piece
dude.
of shit. Goes
dude.
Richard Pryor, Eddie Griffin, Johnny Bradsfield, Luke Stapp.
He really struggled with that, man. I will respect that.
Do we want to fucking spill his beans?
No, we're not spilling any beans. I'm just saying, like, man, he's a stand-up guy, but also fuck him.
Yeah,
He
mostly
also
fuck
looks
him.
weird without his hat.
Dude,
Yeah.
and his performance chain. He gives me. I'm like,
He
is
has
it
a
for good-
performance
I'm like,
chain?
I'm like, is it for good luck? He's like, it's my performance chain. I'm like, is it for good luck? He's like, it's not about luck. And I'm like, but you only wear it
That's hilarious.
on stage.
I feel like he puts it on because of like there's this blackness thing where it's like I know I'm mixed, but like this ought to put me over where I need to.
Takes you from Barack to Al Sharpton real quick.
Real motherfucker.
I got a pair of fire socks that I wear when I want to have good sets.
Are you kidding? I do. I have a B. Arthur pin from the Golden Girls, and I hide it in my pocket in my leather jacket.
That's
so
weird.
when I do a big show, I have it, but like no one can see it.
Yeah.
But I know she's there, and if I get nervous, you'll see my hand like
You
stroke
go touch
the
it.
pin.
I don't have any special.
You don't have a thing?
because I'm just like that naturally.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
gifted
yeah.
as a comic.
And humble.
Yeah,
What do I have? You know what?
you got that purple shirt.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Is it the crazy shirt that you just posted?
Yeah.
It looks like Russell Keller is missing a T-shirt in his closet. That's immediately what I thought. I hit him up and I was
That's
like, "Are you missing a
hilarious.
T-shirt? Like, is your closet lonely? Like, where is it?"
We should put a picture of Russell Keller on like right.
We need to know Russell.
Okay.
Russell is going to be the background of this entire
Russell, the
show.
background when he was in his underwear set.
God, he was,
Yes, that'll be great.
Yes.
I
it was
like
so funny.
Bless you.
I like Russell. He's a good dude.
Oh, dude, he's like my best, not my best friend, but best human.
He's funny as shit. He's a good guy.
But
Hey, tell
no,
Whitney to go on a beer run.
No.
No, I got beer at home. As
She
soon
has
as,
the kid. There's
as,
no
soon
way
as
she's
I'm
gonna-
going home, I'm drinking.
yeah.
I got what's much better alcohol.
gonna
than what
smoke.
I-
Well, we're only 17 minutes into this hour-long podcast.
Well,
but-
Jesse's got to get to
That's true.
Fritzy's. What
Yeah.
time does Fritzy start?
6:37. I don't know. I'll be late.
you
Doesn't
guys-
matter.
Dude, it's fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
You'll
Show
be
up at
fine.
8, you'll still go up first.
Oh, but
Fine.
I wanted to talk. Yeah, the shirt though, because I really didn't have anything. But that night, my daughter. It's funny. I texted her. I'll show you guys. She hated it when she came over here over the summer. I bought it, and she's like, "Why'd you buy that?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna wear this at some comedy shows. It'll be perfect, right?" And she's like, "Dad, no, because that's like the guy who shows up to that at the comedy shows. Like, oh, he thinks he's funny, and it's just.
I
Corny.
agree with your
Yeah.
daughter. 1,000%.
Look, I literally
agree.
sent her and was like, "Guess what shirt I wore on stage?" And she was like, "Oh my god, she hates it." But
How old is your daughter?
she's 14.
Okay, that makes sense. I have a son that's 15. And another son that's 12.
If you had an
so-
African hat, you'd look like an African preacher with that shirt on.
Well, what's funny is I thought it
Was the
I
son
thought
of
it
a
gave off
preacher man.
African vibes, but it gives off more New Mexico vibes. That's
Yeah.
how I
It,
see
it gave me
I got-
Cosby vibes.
I
and
got-
I would not be in the green room alone with you. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what I was going.
Like I'm not in for the razzle dazzle pudding pop, if you know what I mean.
I got this shirt. It's like, oh, this looks like a Charlie Brown shirt. Then I started wearing it all the time. And people were like, what, do you think you're Mexican or some shit? I was like, what are you talking about?
Wait, on stage or just wearing it? Period.
Yeah, just wearing it, period, and on stage too. I was like, I don't know. It's like yours, but like is a lot broader. Of
Oh,
like
yeah,
stripes
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. I was
yeah.
like, that's Charlie Brown.
That does feel like Charlie Brown.
But the
That's
difference
right.
is like he usually dresses well. You don't. So when you
That
wear
is
something
fair.
like that, it's like
yeah, he dresses
Well-
like,
get
Now I
that.
just wear Hawaiian shirts year round.
like I feel like he bathes. You know what I mean?
I
the
bathe
vibe
too.
that I
At
get
least
from his
every other
dressing choices.
But no, wearing a stupid shirt though on stage, I feel like it forces you to like. You better bring it because you can't be in a
God,
stupid
like when
That's
shirt.
what I
Luke
did
showed
when I
up in
was
that
in the
fucking
fucking
roast battle.
Yeah.
God damn, you look
Called
like
you
an
look
idiot.
like, so I'm gonna dress like a
Oh,
fucking
right.
idiot. And if I can beat you while I'm dressed like this,
Did you win that night? That night you looked really.
Yeah, he won that
stupid.
night.
Which time?
Okay,
With your
you've been on
windbreaker.
twice. You won. You
Yeah.
won once and you lost once. There's not a lot to pick from. Jesus Christ!
But I looked
This isn't
really
like
stupid
a
for
buffet
both.
of wins.
Which one?
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I hate when people do shit like that for the roast battles, and here's why. I get it. I totally get it. I get the idea. But if you're funny, you shouldn't have to do that. Just fucking go up as yourself.
I do.
But you look like
Nah,
the
Luke
Fresh
needs a
Prince of
crutch.
Pueblo. Like, what the fuck?
The Fresh Prince of Pueblo.
Fresh Prince. I'm not
That's
even from
funny.
there. I just thought it was like, I'm
No,
gonna
I'm saying
what
what
you
you
look
look
like.
like.
fucking idiot. I
like
honestly, I've just always wanted to have cornrows, so that's why I went in cornrows.
It didn't look bad. I'm not gonna lie. The
I
hair
looked-
didn't look bad.
I looked
Everything else, though.
Everything else was a
everybody
fucking
was upset when I took him out.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Who was?
You were good.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
The first show, the second show, you tanked.
Yeah, I tanked the second show for sure.
You tanked for sure. It was awful.
Because I listened to other
You
people's
got
Train
opinions.
wrecks.
here. You were you couldn't be when you won that, Luke. That's what it was, huh? Did you practice as hard as you did the
No,
first
not
time?
at all.
See,
I know his first one. He's like, I wrote 1,000 roast jokes.
It is hard to write all those jokes, though. I will say that I'm struggling right now. I am struggling to write.
She's
30
really
jokes per
struggling
person.
too because I can't be her ghostwriter for this one.
Yeah,
I'm
because you
going up
wrote
against
all
her.
of my jokes ever.
Right?
when are you leaving for that battle?
I don't know.
No, we're on the championship roast
Yeah, I
battle.
have one. I have a roast battle this Sunday in Florida that I haven't bought my tickets for yet, and then I also have a show on Thursday, and I can't get into it. I hate the roasts. I hate them so much.
I imagine it'd be fun the
so
first
much
couple
creative
times.
energy.
It's fun once.
Yeah. And then you're like, fuck, now I just got to spend all my time writing
I've done
roast
it
jokes.
9 times now. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted.
I know I have to do it at least once, but I'm not. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm tired.
We just got to be really good at being mean.
Yeah, roast jokes I think are
Which I'm
easier to
not.
write than regular jokes because you already have a topic to focus on.
Well, that's the thing. It's like you already have a premise, so everything makes sense. But at the same time, like if you look at the people on the next roast, it's this fatty, Rumry, fat, Garrett Waller, fatter,
You get a bunch of fat
John
jokes.
Brown,
Brown.
fat. So, and I write 30 jokes per person. That's 120 fat jokes.
Right?
Okay, at a certain point, I'm out.
Right?
I'm out. I don't know what else to say. I can only make so many baloney jokes before it's like, okay, guys,
So
I'm dry.
So since you guys have you been in any roast battles?
No.
Competed any? Because this is something that maybe that I think about. Like, and I'm really thinking about the last roast that Ryan went up against old girl from Denver. I don't remember her name, but geez,
Gatsby?
No, it
I don't
wasn't
know.
Hannah Jones. It wasn't. But who the fuck is Hannah Gatsby? He was like, I'm going to mix a white woman in my favorite book from the ninth
Great
grade.
Gatsby's daughter.
I don't know Hannah Gatsby. She did Nanette or whatever.
I don't
You
know.
probably love that special.
Probably. I don't know.
But Ryan went. I mean, I guess all is fair in a roast battle when you
Of course.
go out there.
Oh, yeah. You can say whatever you want.
I mean, he went. Body shamed her. the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
time.
He said you look like you're wearing your ass backwards.
That's
That
the
was
first thing he said,
joke that he
and
wrote.
it was over for me. I
Oh,
couldn't.
that was Olivia Shiley.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you come up with your strongest joke has to be first, but also your first joke has to set up the rest of your jokes. So like when I'm roasting a light skinned black guy, my first joke has to be about him not being black enough.
Sure.
Because it literally is me leading them down the road of all my roast jokes. You know what I mean? And it's awful. It's very hateful. People cry
Because
Like,
it was like, because when he said, the ass on backwards thing, I was like, I mean, it kind of.
oh, it was 100%.
But when the whole audience can look
dude.
at it and go,
Oh, yeah.
that's truthful.
So-
It's so much harder.
And I felt, now I did see them off stage, Ryan went over and hugged her because I was like, God damn,
Oh, yeah.
dude, you asshole, man. You body shamed her the whole time, which, that's why
what that is,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
You have to.
So, but I guess, has there been something that's been said to you guys that you took it kind of personal?
I don't
took
remember any joke that's ever been told to me.
the one joke that I took to heart, I actually went out and got Invisalign afterwards. It was my first roast battle. I won, but John Bueno said, "You look like your teeth are throwing up gang signs."
That's
And
fucking great.
And I went out 3 days later and got Invisalign. Like I didn't care.
but,
no
like-
one talked about my weight, which people have sense, but like I don't care about my weight. I don't care about my looks. I know I look like I'm white trash. I have shitty tattoos. Like I get it. But the teeth, I was like, oh, people notice. Like it's that thing that like you think that people don't
No, I get that.
recognize.
I thought it was just in my head.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my god, you guys are looking at my teeth?
Right.
Like, oh my fucking god. Yeah.
But that's the thing too, like a roast battle. I don't think anything that's being said is like everything's fair game. I'm going to try to eviscerate you. So I know you're going to like say stuff that I'm self-conscious about, but I like it's comedy.
Yeah, that's the goal.
We're just trying to like be as mean as shit to each other
Right.
for the enjoyment of the crowd.
And I think the crowd takes it differently because they're not comics. When you are, it's like, we're both doing the same thing here.
It is.
Yeah.
That's like the one hard thing is that you want to tell your best joke up front, but if it's too hard, you can't tell it first because the
okay.
audience has to like you first.
I
If they
ran
don't
into
like
that
you
a
at
couple
first,
times.
they're gonna think that you're just an asshole instead of thinking like, oh, this is funny. I get
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of like ease them into it.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
weird.
open my sets with my fucked up jokes. I got to start a little soft and then I can get
I
there.
was
all about the
pulled
buy-in.
aside by 2 different people at the last show I did. And they're like, "You're not starting out super dark, are you?" He's like, "No, I fucking, I got it. I figured it out."
Yeah, give me 30 seconds. I'm going to win him over in those 30 seconds.
Right.
Yeah. Talk about me being fat, and then I'll talk about my dick, and then
Luke Stam, everybody.
talking about retards.
It is funny though how like you can say the worst shit about yourself, want to commit suicide, your jokes, and the people are like, "No, that's fine." But then as soon as you say something even kind of fucked up about another race or group of people, that's when they don't want to hear it anymore.
That's what like made me think. Do these people like not know what a joke is, and they're like, "Oh, he's not joking," or do they like just think everything, or even worse, think everything you say is true?
Yeah.
And then like they're laughing at you for being the sad clown on stage, but as soon as you talk about their thing, they're like, "Oh, he's still being serious. Holy shit."
Not everybody gets comedy though. Like especially if you're just an
I know
audience
you
member
surely
showing. Especially if you're just an audience member showing up to shows once a year, twice a year.
Well,
you're not in that world.
The other thing also is that like some people, this was pointed out to me at a festival that I went to. The festival director was like, people come out, like it's a date night.
Yeah.
Like the girl bought a nice dress. They went to dinner together.
Oh.
They don't necessarily want to hear about your politics. You know what I mean? So it's something to keep in mind. Like, of course, if you have something to share, you need to share it. That's comedy.
Also,
That's
if
the art.
date night is
But
going to a comedy show,
that's a dope date. What are
Yeah, I
you
mean
talking
the
about? It's a
atmosphere is
dope
great. It's
date.
nice and dark.
It's a great date. Not, but they
well,
go
at
there
least know who
expecting
you're
to
going to go
laugh.
see if it's
Well,
on.
They're not
But
necessarily
here's-
expecting to have to push back
Yeah.
on something.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like what you were about to say, well, know who you're going to see. A lot of times we're doing these distillery brewery shows where
Yeah.
it's just people going on a date wanting to have
Yeah.
a good time.
They
So
have
they
no
don't
idea.
necessarily. So to Tracy's point, now if you're going to go see a fucking Eddie Griffin where you know he's
Yeah,
going to
that's
get
it.
political and you're going to hear the N word like a million times, it's like
Right.
know who you're going to go. But like people don't know you, Luke. So
Even people,
No,
No.
They
yeah,
can Google you and still be like, I can't find him. He's
you
auto-correcting the name.
type in my name to Google, my podcast or roast
They're
clips
like,
show
Luke
up.
Perry?
Do
Did
they?
you mean Luke Perry?
no, but like when people go to an open mic, what do you expect? You're gonna
Yeah.
see
Open mic.
a bunch of
Go on
different.
better dates.
Open mics are
Open
different.
mics
But people
different.
still push
Dude,
back.
Open mics
if you
are
go to
different.
an open mic, fuck you.
I think the comedy scene in Colorado would be much better
Without Denver.
anybody. Yeah, without Denver, number one. Number two,
Not all of it.
not all of it. Yes, yeah. If I'm just,
Yeah, we can.
I'm
each
doing,
pick a-
I'm doing
we
broad
each-
strokes.
We each pick a parade from Denver, and the rest can drown.
yeah.
Yeah, but
like
no,
Jeremiah.
like
I'm taking Matt Kobos.
comedy scene
Alan
would be
Bromwell.
much better if
Oh,
the
He's hilarious.
oh my gosh, you guys just trampled on my bit. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
it wasn't important.
Something about people not being so poor and they could just afford to go to a real comedy show instead of listening to me talk ever.
So you trashing poor people?
Yeah, I am one. I'm allowed to. I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, you can trash your own group.
Yeah.
So let's change this to the American economy.
Right, which nobody wants to hear us talk about.
I don't know anything about it.
And it's weird to me that unemployment's done and there's a now hiring sign in every business around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like how, dude.
What are they
fucking-
doing? Like,
Yesterday I went to, like, Jason picked me up from the airport. We went to McDonald's at like 11:30. There was a 30-car line because McDonald's was the only restaurant open. Mm-hmm. It's like, guess I'm eating at home.
right?
Right.
That's happened a few times. I don't know, man. Maybe that pandemic shit. I mean, the food and just all of it. Like, it's not.
The service industry is getting fucked more than anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Absolutely.
just let
everyone
them know.
like got money, got paid more. They're like, why would I ever do that to myself again?
Exactly.
Well, and I think so. I don't agree. Like people, I don't feel like people are avoiding work. I don't think it's about like staying on unemployment at all. I really do think it's a matter of holy fucking shit. I don't have to subject myself to this anymore.
yeah, that's
And I feel like
100%.
we've all bought in on the idea that like my life is more important than
Right.
That's
whether
why I
or
won't
not your
weld anymore. I
salad is
fucking hated
delicious.
that shit.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you got to pay your rent.
Well, here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
No-
at the
no
same
doubt
time,
about
you
it.
can start an OnlyFans and make $2,000
Yeah.
a month.
You can start an OnlyFans and make $2,000
Yeah,
a
you
month.
can't. Trenton could.
He might push
1,800.
500-600.
800. I'd say 800. I'd say 800 a month.
Yeah, I can't do an OnlyFans. It's not gonna. Maybe my feet.
Well,
People are into feet.
Yeah, people are in the feet.
You can sell your panties.
I could wear panties and sell them to
Sniffer.com.
bears.
Yeah.
Sniffer.com. Sniffher.com. Is it called sniffhim.com?
Sniff 'em.
Or sniffher.com?
I don't know. I did some very basic research.
Trying to feel out the
I'll have to
market.
get you in contact with my people.
Well, didn't they shut that down? I don't.
OnlyFans?
No, OnlyFans. No, they immediately.
No, they said this is a horrible business decision.
Yeah.
We're losing so much money.
Yeah, the only thing that made them popular in the first place, they're going to get rid of it.
Have you ever talked to Marcus about?
Oh yeah.
I won't say his last name, but goddamn, he was freaking. Basically, this girl she has an OnlyFans account, but him and this other guy run it.
Yeah, they were the ones talking to all these guys.
Right. So she'll like, hey, here's my number if you want to text me, but they're texting Marcus.
Oh my god.
And so Marcus
That's
is
fucking
basically
hilarious.
sexting these guys.
So he is a gay terrorist.
So I'm like, dude, do they ever seen you like pictures of their dicks? And he's like, all
Dude, I want the number. I want to sex with Marcus right now.
It's like,
That's a good gig.
well,
though.
here's
Especially
the
as a
funny
comic,
thing,
that's a
though.
good gig.
I was like, dude, I don't think I could do that. And he was like, it pays $400 a week. I was like,
Right?
Yeah,
use that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
absolutely.
You just got to find a chick comfortable enough with you running their OnlyFans.
Well, shit.
I mean, at a certain point, they're making enough money. They're like, I'm not dealing with
Exactly.
this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is. The girl's pulling in 10 grand a month, and out of that 10, they're using 3 to 4 grand paying everybody else, the Marcuses and
And all I got to do is take pictures and video.
exactly.
All right, here, do it.
And her face isn't even in. Well, if depending on
It depends on the
tier.
girl.
Right.
Who does she run? Who does he run?
Oh, I don't know. He was just telling me about. He was showing me the.
Oh, we could've blown her
threads
up.
Of these guys.
You could have plugged her. She
Oh, I
could've-
see what
but
you're
we need. This is what we need to do. How we get our podcast monetized? We need to start sponsoring OnlyFans bitches
We're going to sponsor them.
because we ain't getting the morning after drink.
Yeah, we're not getting the
Whatever it's
morning after
called.
drink, morning recovery.
Morning recovery.
I thought you were gonna say the morning
Right
after,
after pill. Yeah.
We might could get
no,
that.
no.
I could have used that.
Morning recovery.
When you
is-
wake up to guys that look like us. Plan B.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Although those girls do need 2. 150 pounds plus, you need 2. I'm just letting you guys know. If you didn't know, if
My
you're a bigger
kind of
girl,
ladies
you
need
need
4.
2
If you know
pills.
what I'm saying. Oh my god.
So we're going to do a drunkard games. Is that your new idea for?
Oh, we're not gonna just fucking drop it on here now.
We're plugging it.
No, we're not because it's not ready yet.
Okay.
I just speak out of my ass. Jesus Christ.
So drunker games, what about it?
You're not invited.
That's fair.
Any
She seems like a good
responsible
contestant.
Drunks at my house.
I'm
Thank
usually
you.
the drunkest, so that's fine.
Did you bite Squid Games? And
No, we'll talk about it after the pod.
I watched Squid Games. You guys
all right.
all watch Squid Games?
I was disappointed in the D plot of the organs. I felt like they could do so much more than that. And
Yeah, I
was
think
also
so, too.
disappointed in the girl that held her breath when she went in the car and like she knew everything was going on. Why didn't she tell everyone so that when something like whoever
I missed
won
that part.
could tell the cops what was going on? Mm-hmm. That disappointed me too.
It was all right. I don't really pay attention to TV too much, but
it's not TV, dude. It's Netflix.
it's the same thing. Television.
It's the internet.
It's the same thing. I don't. What? Do you have a degree or something?
Look, dude, you're
What's
missing
the
out.
difference between
Squid
Here,
Games?
this is what I want to talk about on our podcast. What's the difference between TV and the internet?
Well, when you say
And-
TV, to me it means like you're watching like cable and like
That's kind of how I
that
take
kind
it.
of shit. Because the internet
It's
is
still
so.
television.
Well, here's the thing though: are you wasting your time on the internet looking at social media, or are you wasting the internet looking at like YouTube videos, or
Or you waste your
So
time
watching-
watching
or you're
cable, watching
streaming.
commercials every fucking
It
5
doesn't
minutes.
matter what you're watching. It's still just a waste of time to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
But don't act like when you say I don't watch TV. Well, what are you wasting your time?
I got a lot of time to waste. I don't know about you
Everybody's
guys.
wasting
No, I-
time.
no, I
How
don't-
are you wasting yours?
Well, I don't waste much of my time watching like TV shows.
So what do you watch?
What do you waste your time doing?
Yeah.
Porn. The fuck? Why would I watch Squid Games when I can see a tentacle go in someone's pussy? Ever heard of hentai? Never thought I'd like anime until I heard about that shit.
What
I
the
like
fuck
anime.
is hentai?
Hentai?
Yeah.
You know what
know?
anime is?
You're 35 and you don't know.
I don't know. I don't watch anime.
Do you know
What
what?
a sheltered
Do you
life.
know what an anime is?
I know what an anime is.
So it's that
Like Boondocks?
except porn.
Boondocks isn't anime.
It's not.
It's a cartoon.
Oh. So what's defined as an anime?
Anime's like
Asian,
Japanese
Japanese.
cartoons.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like Naruto and that shit.
I don't know what Naruto is.
What? You fucking.
There's this. I went barking the other day. I put a video out, and
Yeah.
there was this kid, and he was wearing. He didn't want to go to the show, but he's like, "Hey, nice shirt." And I was wearing my Night of the Living Karen shirt, and I was like, "Thanks." And I was like, "He's like, you like my shirt?" And it was a Demon Slayer shirt. Never heard of. I don't know what Demon Slayer is.
It's a good
And I was
one.
like,
It's an anime. Yeah, it's like a Japanese
that's-
like
That's what he
graphic
told
cartoon.
me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." Well, and I told him, I was like, "Well, I thought it was this satanic church." And then I was like, "Are you worshiping Satan?" And he goes, well, "I don't know." And then I was like, "Do you want to go to the comedy show?" He was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, I'm done." He got so pissed that he was not playing.
Yeah.
around.
So hentai is Demon Slayer,
fucking
but they just
Tahim
fuck
would be
women with
living
tentacles.
with you right now. Tahim loves that shit.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
Tahim's a nerd. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Our background
I
was
feel like everybody
Naruto.
likes anime up here, but
I love anime.
Okay.
I love it.
hate anime. I just watch hentai.
Oh, Jesus.
and you. So hentai is.
If I was gonna watch a cartoon
Anime porn.
that isn't funny, so like I like cartoons in the sense like SpongeBob till the day I die.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, I hate
My
SpongeBob.
daughter watches SpongeBob.
Like South Park. Well, I'm
Yup.
close. I'm probably closer to your daughter's age than I am to yours. Think about that.
Yes, he is. Just don't even think about it. I've already thought about it.
But like funny cartoons, you got South Park, Family Guy, yada yada yada. I don't give a shit about Attack on Titan or whatever the fuck. Like
Attack on Titan is amazing.
I like dramas, not like soap
Like
operas,
Death Note.
I don't know what that is.
Death Note was another anime.
Okay. Yeah, stuff like that. Naruto,
That's a good one.
Baruto.
I feel
That
like
was like a
now
drama.
all of us are talking about something we know very little about and have strong opinions on, which is the kind of conversations I'm into. If I'm gonna watch a brutal cartoon that's Japanese, it's gonna like the tentacles are going in holes. Okay.
I've tried it. I can't get into the hentai.
Oh, Jesus. You've tried?
Yeah, I was like, this seems like I like Naruto a lot.
No, I like. So I left my fucking Pornhub open on my iTouch. I'll date myself there a little bit. One time, and my little brother got into it, and then I found my iPod again. It's pulled up on like a hentai video. And I know he didn't know what porn was because he was probably like 5 at the time and just went on a click.
Trying to find cartoons.
Jesus.
How old
That's
were you? Were you still in high school?
Well, he was 4, so it's like 8.
4.
Jesus.
It's a year
God.
older than my son.
I'm going to leave on that note. I'm going to go pee.
I've never said that out loud.
And you just said it on
That's a
podcast.
big fella's exclusive.
Okay. You need to get to put this shit behind a paywall.
Yeah, we had to watch like when I was 8. If you wanted to watch porn, you had to a VHS tape,
Oh, I had to go into my dad's dresser and find his magazines.
magazines too.
There were no magazines in my house.
What a boring house.
First time I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was also the first time I ever saw Playboy because that was one of my degenerate.
I used to watch National Geographic
house.
Tribes of like Africa just so I could see some really saggy titties.
Yup, you had to watch.
I used to.
And that was fine.
I used to look up. I used to look up breast exams on YouTube because then you can see the titty.
Right.
And it's just like a doctor like touching a chick's titch, teaching you. How to
God,
get
kids are
breast
so
exams.
spoiled nowadays. They don't got to do none of that shit. They all have phones in their pockets.
that-
They're all looking at porn all the time.
World is yours, baby.
yours.
As soon as you give a kid a phone, you're like, here, just jack off with this. That's basically what you're
He was
saying.
right. Prove me wrong.
Speaking of phones and kids, there's this fucking documentary. Well, it's a mockumentary. I thought it was a real documentary when I watched it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's like 40 minutes long, but it's called The Man from the Year 3036. Have you heard of this?
No.
Oh my God. You guys should watch this shit. But it scared the fuck out of me because I thought it was real. But he's talking about basically he pretends, or not pretends, he says he got arrested for stealing fruit from a grocery store, and the police, nobody could identify him. And the way they cut it together, it was like, made it seem like it was a legit news story.
Yeah.
And then the dude's interviewing him and he's talking about the future. But he's like, can you put your phone away, please? Like, the radiation that comes from that thing is just crazy amounts, and you people don't even know it. Like, that stuff's like banned. Like, nobody has a cell phone in the year 3036. But then he like talks about how it got there, and me and my buddy were stoned out of our minds. And I'm like, dude, I can see it getting there. He had like a chip in his hand. And then he talked about how there's this blackout. This is where I Googled it, and I was like, man, I have to fucking look into this. And then I was like, oh, it's not even real, which was a relief.
Well, I mean, how many fucking like funny things have been done back in the day that just turned into the truth?
Oh, yeah. Countless.
All of it?
All of it. But the thing
That's like the fucking Simpsons back in the day making fun of Trump being president
True,
like
and
20
that
years
fucking
ago.
How does
came
that?
through.
That's crazy though. They were a little too accurate on that. It's a little.
I think
Little
he
eerie.
looked at Trump was. They said Trump had an opportunity to run for president in like the late 80s.
The only reason he did
he
it was
didn't.
because Barack said, "I'm doing something you can never do." Trump's like,
Yes.
"Hold this shit."
He clowned him. He clowned him at that dinner in front of everybody, and Trump was so pissed. He was like, "I got something."
You remember
for
seeing
you."
his face when they showed him?
Yeah,
he was
re-
pissed.
He was like stern because Obama had a funny ass comic write all these jokes for him, and
Yep.
he was leaning into Trump. And I was like, "That's the day Trump
Yeah.
decided he was gonna."
Yeah, Trump didn't need a ghostwriter, baby.
Right? No, Trump was.
I'll give Trump that.
Can we say he was definitely the funniest president we've ever had?
Oh, of all
By
time.
far. By
So funny.
far.
Watch the PBS NewsHour doc of President Trump's like run. It's brilliant because
Dude, his quips, like they were fast.
when he went through the Republican stuff, that's the funniest shit. Where he was
Yeah.
getting on Jeb and all the other Republicans.
Yeah, it was a fucking Shane Gillis like talked about it in his last special. He's like, all these Christians were like, yes, I love the Bible, yada yada yada. As Trump's turn to talk, he's like, Ted Cruz's wife is a cow.
Yeah,
You can do that?
Yeah.
Holy
Right.
shit.
yeah. Trump changed the game, man.
People are
They
like,
said
he
his-
called all women fat. Nope, just
And
Rosie
then, you know,
O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell.
You know what like I'm thinking now? Like I've seen the news recently, like my roommate used to watch the news bunch, or old roommate, and now like all the CNN and Fox News and CSNBC people are like trying to make quick jabs at like the other people, trying to be
horrible,
funny, but
man.
they can't fucking.
Yeah,
do
good
it.
luck.
Ever
You either
since-
have it or you don't.
Ever since Trump left, the news has been unwatchable. I used
Yeah.
to love...
It's always been on.
No. When Trump was president, that shit was... I would, for fun, I would watch CNN for like 10 minutes and see them lose their shit over whatever Trump
Yeah.
said
Oh,
that
yeah.
day. And then I would turn to Fox News for 10 minutes and just watch them just praise. And
Yeah.
it was... So that shit was funny to me because I'm watching it from a comedic, eye.
Yeah.
But Trump not needing a ghostwriter, that shit is real. In that doc, it talked about how his aides would hand him notes before he went up to the debates, and he was like,
Nope.
just threw them shits. He
He
was
fucking-
like, I don't need that shit, and went
fucking-
out there just freestyling.
I mean, his best ones with Hillary was something like, we don't want him in office. Yes, because you'd be in jail.
Did you guys ever see that fucking TikTok or whatever where Kamala Harris is saying, "Don't come,
Yeah, and he's like, I'm
don't
gonna come.
I'm gonna come."
I'm gonna come.
I hadn't seen that.
It's so funny.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, I kind of want. I mean, it would be fun if he did run again because I think it would just be fun.
He might win.
Yeah, that's the risk
gonna win.
that we're running there, bro.
How much do you want to laugh?
Yeah, slippery slope. But
It is
would be
boring
fun.
without him. I think America, like we were so addicted to the dopamine of
Yeah, because
Trump.
you're just getting hit with like fucking.
Yeah. So now everyone's like, there's nothing in the news about
Like, every
Biden.
day.
It's like because he's doing his job.
Yeah,
He's
it's 'cause he's a
and
fucking
it's boring.
retard.
It's
Yeah.
boring. It's boring to be a president. It's boring. No one watched C-SPAN.
I mean, he says wild shit
You know
too.
what
It's
I
just
mean?
creepy and
He does
pedophilic.
too, 100%. But so did Trump about his own daughter. You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
true.
saying,
Which is
like,
But
pretty
everyone's
based,
like,
if you
she's
ask
pretty
me.
hot.
He did.
oh,
I'm sorry he sees himself in his daughter's eyes. He's trying to raise her to be the man that he was.
I would never talk about my daughter the way he
Yeah.
would talk.
Well,
about it. It's
you'll
fucking
also
gross.
never be president. So,
Hey man, don't say never say never, baby.
Right.
Never say never.
all right, Barack Jr.
Right?
Never. Never say never.
I'm back.
Never.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on from Trump.
Moving on from Trump.
How long you going?
Still-
15 more minutes?
15 more minutes.
Did you reset the camera?
I did.
You're not going to lose 5 minutes this time?
Well, I mean, I'm not drunk, so probably not.
Wow.
When I'm drunk, we lose
You're
a
better
lot.
when you're
It's
sober.
professional.
The content's not. But
No. I mean, that's what we're for.
Carry it.
So you guys have any like wild questions or thoughts you've ever wanted to ask Tracy or I?
We've already
Now
had
that we're
Tracy
here.
on.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
here as a +1. I'm so sorry.
I was
this is
helping
all about
her,
you.
drink in her garage. She was lonely. So she know who to call. I was like, I got a podcast. If I was like, oh, could you please? I'll get so much exposure on your show.
100%.
Yeah, of all the
Actually,
Hey, please,
it was,
please,
I'm
please.
not going to go. I'm not going. All right, I'll go.
No, you said yes,
That's
I'll
how it
go,
went.
and then you started doubling back because you can't make up your fucking mind. Because
Because I had to write. I have to write roast jokes.
Yeah, man.
and then she's
She
like,
actually gets
yes,
booked.
I will come on your show. if you hand out my Looney's Comedy Corner tickets.
I did.
If this episode comes out before November 4th, just say that you know Luke Stam.
It wasn't anything about that, but it
It'll
was.
be
I
on
know
November
you're an
4th.
alcoholic who is a happy tap a lot. Can you hand these tickets out? I think it was actually more of the
Can we
context
stop
of the
fucking
conversation.
dropping names? I'm gonna have some crazy fans show up. I know you guys have never had to deal with those before.
Yeah,
but I got some wild.
Yeah.
I've never had to deal with that. I've never had to deal with that.
That lady you pissed off at the distillery about talking about autistic, drinking the drool of autistic children, would love to come over here and kick your ass.
I'd bet she'd love to hear my joke I wrote about her.
After she hated you.
Broken fucking twat.
Hey, but real quick though, I do want to shout out Tracy's, because I saw that it is like your 1 year anniversary.
Yeah.
November 4th.
November
That show.
4th.
Oh yeah.
If
Thank
you say
man.
if you say you know Luke Stam, you can get in for free.
No, that's actually not true.
I guarantee you.
This is
I
misinformation.
promise you. Want to bet?
It'll be a good show though. I am excited for that show.
If you say you
So-
know Luke Stam, you can get in for free.
The guys on the show were actually requested back through comment cards. So
Oh
Okay.
shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
you got some heavy hitters on there as far as everybody in the local scene. Yeah, it's
money's on John Brown. John Brown.
And then the hell off.
He doesn't need tickets. He gets in for free.
need tickets.
He's
he
been
can
on the
hand them out
show.
to other people.
He gets in for free.
He can hand them out to other
well,
people.
what's shitty
Jesus
is I know
Christ.
I'm an idiot because like
Yours is
I-
on November 4th, right?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I made something on the November 4th, but I would have loved
Well,
to
that's
avoid that.
that was the thing. Johnny went to your show, and he was like, "Why aren't you coming?" And I was like, "Because his show always falls on my show, so I can never go."
Do you always do yours on the first Thursday?
It's the first Thursday of the
See,
month.
we
Yeah.
so we were doing it we wanted to do it on the last, but
Yeah.
then they were like, well, it would work for this.
Oh, so you don't need
Yeah.
those at all.
We got too
No.
many things going on the first Thursdays of the month.
But come to mine.
Well, last week, did you guys have a good turnout at the last one?
What was the last show?
It was your last habitual offenders.
Oh, my last
You should
habitual.
have said
yeah.
yes. They're always
Yes.
sold out.
My habituals are strong.
See, so there was that we had a good number of people in ours, so it
Yeah.
was good to know because Jeremiah stopped by because he did your last
Yeah,
habitual
he
offenders.
he went and came back.
Oh yeah. He
Yeah.
came, did a little time at ours, but he was like, because I was like, yo, how's it? He was like, it's good, dude. So I was like,
Yeah.
yo, that's dope.
I usually have 75 to 90.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Well, that tells me because I
pushing
know
for
some
100.
people get in. You know, I'm young in this comedy career thing, and you hear about the gripes and the beefs of people doing
Yeah.
this and doing that.
Well, if
It's-
everybody's show's good enough, they should all be filled out. We live in a
That's
fucking,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
what,
we live
it's
in a
like
town with
400,000 people?
Yeah, there's
more than that.
fucking
It's not
people,
limited
And
pie.
there's like
Yeah.
what,
Yeah.
maybe 80 comics in
Right.
it.
Yeah.
right.
Well, tell me.
Fill your
Well,
seats.
so how did this come about? Like this habitual offender show at Looney's?
I want to do a showcase, and Eric was open to having a Thursday show. He was super nervous because he had You Look Like. It got like a 90 turnout.
Yeah.
So he was nervous about having too many Thursday shows because he didn't think they'd be as strong. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, basically it's going to be a local showcase, but not really, because
Right.
I am going to have people from Vegas and LA and stuff like that come out. But it's also going to be like the strongest local guys. And he's like, well, I'll give you a month.
Yeah.
And then that first show I had like 70. And then he was like, I'll give you another month. And then COVID hit, and the following month was the strongest month that we ever had. And we
Okay.
almost hit 100. And then it kind of maintained. Then my birthday show hit in July, and we got 105 asses in seats. And it was like, okay, this is a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is really happening. And now it's really cool because we have a bunch of repeat like audience members because they know they're never going to get the same thing too many times.
Yeah.
And if you don't like somebody, they only ever do 5 to 12 minutes. So you just go outside, you have a smoke, or you go pee, and you come back,
Right.
and it's a
Depending.
totally new comic.
Yeah.
So they're not like saddled in for somebody for 30 minutes. So it's been really good. The feedback has been like super positive, and it's just been great. You know, and now we have an ASL interpreter. I actually have 2 coming out for the next 2 shows. So we have a
Okay.
team, and that has really opened the door. Like it's about inclusivity. You know what I mean?
Is there a
Like,
lot of deaf people here?
yeah, so the last show Hayden Crystal headlined, and we had a party of deaf people, and it was beautiful.
What's your hot take?
Hot take. Guarantee you there's more deaf people in Colorado Springs than there are funny people.
That's a solid take. That's a solid
I
take.
can see that.
I mean, but that to me was important. You know, I
Yeah.
don't want anyone to not show up. Just you know what I mean. And when you
They had a
post,
blast too.
when you post stuff to like
Dude,
Peak Radar or
fucking-
CS Indie, they ask if you have hearing impaired
Okay.
limitations, and
Yeah.
and I can be like, no, I have no limitations. So that's super cool. And all the black guys get the interpreter to say the N word. So
That was the
What does that look
funniest
like?
shit.
I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know what it looks
I
like.
don't know if she actually did it, but Jeremiah Chinigwo
Yeah.
or Chinigwu,
Shenigwu.
Chinigwu he said, now I just kind of want to know what it's like to say words that I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
And then he said it, and then she signed it. He's like, you can't say that. You can't say that. You're right. Dude, I was dying laughing.
Oh, that's funny as
So
shit.
it's just a super cool thing, you know. And I think it's one of those things. Like once you've proven yourself to a comedy club, they're going to keep having you back.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing all the legwork on that Thursday show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all he has to do is give me a check.
Yeah, you made it. No, you put together a good show. Every time I've been to one of your habituals, they've been packed, except for the one that I was actually on. I'm a curse, by the way. Everything I do, it's never.
The problem was that I'd been double booked with a You Look Like. So he was like, well, they have seniority. I have to bump yours. So I did the Wednesday before, and then that immediate Thursday. So my thing was like, well, people come out on Thursdays. People don't even know this club is open on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to whore my ass off for the Wednesday. So the Wednesday I had 100 people.
Okay.
And the following Thursday that I did no promo for because I've been promoting the Wednesday, it was like nothing.
And how do you promote
You know,
those?
oh, dude, I do CS Indie, I do Peak Radar, I do radio spots with Cliff Cage, Benny Bash, or whatever the fuck his name is.
Okay.
And then not whatever the fuck his name is, he's amazing. And then it just like social media pushes, man. And then I have a poster at the club. I do placards for the tables at the club. I have the free tickets that I hand out.
Okay.
So when I'm at the club and if someone's like into it, I give them free tickets. And then I have a guy that's a regular at the club that gets 20 like reserved seats at all my shows, and he brings his entire work to the show every single month.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
it's just like buy-in. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just like getting good with people.
Yeah.
Come on down to Looney's.
I don't know what that was.
How's your show going?
Thursdays?
Yeah.
We kind of stopped doing it. We're going to start doing it once a month and bring in pro comics because not enough comics were showing up.
Hey, well,
We were getting audience members, 10, 20, 30.
Thursday?
And then no comics. It would be me and the staff doing an hour.
Well, I was gonna say, Thursdays, there was like a lot of stuff going on. Whether it was the You Look Like falls on Thursdays, Her Habitual Offender shows falls on a Thursday. Now we're doing our little 1 month Thursday shows. I think Lulu's had something going on a Thursday.
They have
I got-
Thursday
I
shows
got,
now.
like,
Fuck
My
Lulu's.
private-
They make you get vaccinated.
I got my
Not
private.
for the last one.
No? They stopped
I got
that?
They
my-
lifted it.
fucking-
Yeah.
Good. Now I
I
can
got
try the
my
room.
private show on the 29th, and now I just see like, oh, everybody has a comedy show on the 29th. I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean, you just
there's
gotta find your own
room.
people to go.
That's what I'm saying. It's room, man. I did this
It's
past.
not. It's not like the clubs versus each other. It's why the fuck aren't people coming out?
Exactly.
Well, no. Here's the thing. It
That's just
also
marketing.
depends on where your show is at, because we did one at the Roswell. The Roswell was a bar and restaurant off of Cascade and Fillmore, right next to this spot called the Goat Patch.
Yeah, Go Patch
Yeah.
is great, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great brewery.
Yeah.
Nope, not gonna say that. The Roswell, great location. But
Go to the Goat Patch. I've been drunk there many a time.
I've been drunk there once. I felt uncomfortable because I'm not used to going to nice places, and I know where I belong.
But
Not
not to cut you off,
Yeah,
Luke,
no.
but I cut you off.
Yeah.
Half
I'll
those
let you.
people, half those people there were regulars of Roswell.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can go and say that one video I put out that I think is pretty funny with the whole asking for struggling comics need help.
Yeah, I like that
I
one.
could say that helped kind of sell tickets, but in reality, it was half of those people were regulars of the Roswell.
They're
and
gonna
it
be there
was-
anyway.
They're going to be there anyway,
Right.
or they want to support that place because they like the owner.
Right.
And they knew, they're like, yeah, we're going to come. We'll buy tickets.
Networking. The
That's
more
the
I do
cool thing
comedy, the
about the
more I
bar
realize
shows.
networking is huge.
Yeah,
You got to
thing
network
about bar
and know
shows,
people.
like when you have built-in regulars, especially the bars that have like the actual memberships, those people are coming out no matter what.
Yeah.
and that's beautiful. You know what I mean? So getting asses and seats on those shows, it requires a little less whoring yourself out.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like the few times we did Happy Tap. They weren't there for comedy.
No.
They were just there, and they're like, "Oh, there's also comedy.
Right.
Wonderful."
Well, funnest night I've ever had in comedy by far.
Yeah, that was up there for me. That was pretty fun.
I love Happy Tap.
Back when it was the fucking first, what is it, open mic contest or whatever.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they pick all the finalists. I brought my people, and then they all went to Happy Tap after I slaughtered the competition. And then there's like 50 people at the bar, and they're like, Luke's doing a set. And then I get there because I went to the block afterwards to do a mic. So I get there late.
Oh,
and
I
then they're
remember
all
when we
like-
were hungover as fuck.
Yeah, they were all like, "Oh, Luke's gonna do a set. Luke's gonna do a set." So I had to call up Jesse and Thad. I had Thad open, I had him middle, and I headlined. Fucking
Yeah, it was a great show. It was
crown
fun.
in my ass. We all slaughtered
With a broom.
and then we all drank for free. Yeah, we were just screaming our jokes into a broom. It's like that's the funnest I've ever had doing a show.
Hey, was
by
this
far.
the 3 E's competition?
Yeah.
you slaughtered?
Yeah, it was like the first one we ever did.
Oh yeah, wasn't there like 6 people there?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
I
all
brought
Luke's
them all.
friends.
I'm just saying,
I
man,
brought them all.
the way you said slaughtered.
slaughtered.
I was like, hold on.
Water.
Hey, bring some people. I brought the only people here. It was a good night.
It was a good night.
Good time.
I get that. The best night in comedy for me so far has been a private party that me, Callan, and
Yeah.
Oh, you were telling me
Fucking
about
private
that, yeah.
Parties are the shit.
And we're doing another one on November 5th. We call ourselves the Neapolitans. I mean, for obvious reasons. And that man,
Which flavor are you? Strawberry?
I'm strawberry.
'Cause you're a lesbian?
I'm strawberry because I'm a pussy. And we literally,
thing.
we didn't have a microphone. We had no speakers. We just stood in the front room of this person's mountain chateau.
Whoa.
And I opened, I was the host. I did like 20 minutes. Callan went up. He did 45 minutes. Johnny goes up. He crushes. He gets an intermission, comes back and crushes some more. We're in the hot tub. They're rolling cigarettes for us. All the food
Oh,
was
fuck yeah.
like weed infused. Like they were like professional chefs. And it was like, this is what I want. Like, I don't
Right.
want a Netflix special. I don't want anything bigger.
I want to
wanna-
book these all the time.
I want to make
Yeah.
people laugh, you know what I mean, and just hang out with them and be their best friends for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Because it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible.
Those are always the best nights.
It was so cool.
The road sounds fun as shit.
The road does sound fun as shit. All right, guys. Well, that's an hour.
Awesome.
Anything else you want to wrap it with?
What do you have going on, Trenton? What do you have coming up?
I have that. I was gonna say stupid, but it's not stupid. That new talent night at Comedy Works. They finally let your boy day. I have shout out to Willie Crow. I know a lot of people like to hate on Crump and all those guys, but they're handing out opportunities to get on stage. But I'm doing a show at a oh my god, it's a very black club off of Circle and Airport. The Hood.
Club Tilt?
Not Club Tilt. It's a different one. It's the Veterans Club off of Circle and Airport.
Isn't that the one Willie did for a while?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Willie's. Yeah. It's coming
I
again.
haven't seen him in a while.
He's around. Gosh, that's it this week.
And then your show November 4th.
Oh
right?
yes, November 4th. So if you're not at the November Nano show, you better be at the Habitual Offenders show. So, or if you're not at the Habitual Offenders show, then you better be at the Nanos one, November 4th.
Or go to one and then go to the other.
Looney's Comedy
Yes.
Club, October 28th. You can see me and this.
What am I doing the 28th?
You're doing the fucking.
Oh, the roast
Yeah,
battle.
the roast battle.
Oh, God.
I was trying to
I'm trying not to think about it.
know how to address you without offending you.
It'll be fun.
Didn't want to flatter you either, so.
Come on down to Looney's. Watch me win. It's annoying.
All right, well, since we're all doing plugs, come out November 12th and 13th. See me, John Brown, and Ian Bagg.
Three's Comedy Club.
Three's Comedy Club.
Fuck yeah.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it for the big fellas. Thanks for watching. We're going to go eat.